Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In this video I will cover industrial engineering, and in industrial engineering, production planning and control, that chapter I will cover. Routing includes the planning of what work shall be done on the material to produce the product or part, where and by whom the work shall be done. Also, routing includes the determination of path that the work shall follow and the necessary sequence of operations which must be done on the material to make the product. After routing, scheduling. Scheduling is used to allocate resources over time to accomplish specific tasks. The definitions are very important. So many times they asked in GATE, IAS, also in other examinations. For Vizag Steel also, from industrial engineering, around minimum they will ask 6 to 7 questions. So this is very important. Scheduling is used to allocate resources over time to accomplish specific tasks. This definition you have to remember. Allocate resources over time, specific tasks. And it takes a amount of technical requirements of task, availability of capacity, forecasted demand. Then loading. The assignment of specific jobs to each operational facility during a planning period is known as loading. Assignment of specific jobs to each operational facility, that is called as loading. Then sequencing. The decision regarding order in which jobs in voting are processed. Order in which jobs are processed. Order is the sequence. On an operational facility or work center is called as sequencing. These definitions are very important. Then detailed scheduling. It encompasses the formation of starting and finishing time of all jobs at each operational facility. Expediting or follow-up. Expediting involves continuous tracking of the job's progress and taking specification if there is a deviation from the detailed schedule. The objective of expediting is to complete the job as per the detailed schedule and overcome any special case causing delay, failure, breakdown, non-availability of material and disruption of detailed schedule. Continuous tracking. This is the key word. Continuous tracking of job's progress, and if deviation is there, that also you have to check. Then aggregate planning or aggregate production planning, APP. This definition also very important. It's a intermediate range planning. This is also important. Generally consists of planning a desired output over an intermediate range of 3 months to 1 year. Next, aggregate production planning and master schedule or MPS, master production schedule. Here APP is aggregate production planning. Both provides common points at which capacity and inventories are considered jointly in the light of firms' long-range plans, and they provides input to the APP and MPS both provides input to the financial plan and marketing plan, then requirement plan, then detailed scheduling for the organization. Aggregate production planning provides a basis for decision making regarding specific production dates. Production date also approximately you will get from aggregate production planning. And availability of capacity, total demand, lead time and inventory constraints, that also you get from APP, aggregate production plan. It won't give you the detail, it will give you on the only the bird's view or basis for the decision making. Aggregate production planning also sometimes called as rough production planning. First, after getting the order from the customers, the management analyzes the demand. Then they did aggregate production planning. After getting the demand from the customer, they did APP or aggregate production planning. Then after aggregate production planning, resource requirement planning they are doing, and then MPS, master production schedule. Then from master production schedule you will go to materials requirement planning. Materials requirement planning and CRP, capacity requirement planning, I will cover in my next video. Then from rough cut capacity planning, master production scheduling we are doing also rough cut capacity planning. Both are interrelated. Then from MRP, production activity control next. And capacity requirement planning and MRP, material requirement planning, both are interrelated. Then from MRP to vendor follow-up system, here production activity control, then operation sequencing. This chart also very important. If you remember, so many times they will ask some confusing questions. If you remember the chart, then you will solve the problems or questions easily. That same thing in a different chart you will get. First business planning, then demand planning or customer demand, then aggregate planning, then master production schedule or MPS, here APP, aggregate production planning, this is MPS, then CRP, capacity resource planning, here this side MRP, material resource planning. First aggregate production planning, then MPS, then MRP, other side CRP, then scheduling decision rules. Master production schedule, this is very important. Even if GATE also they are asking these questions. A master schedule is a realistic detailed manufacturing plan in which all possible demands are considered and put upon the manufacturing facility. First APP you will do, aggregate production planning, then MPS. APP it will give only basics, then detailed you will get in MPS. MPS objectives are to create a schedule that supports the business plan, follows the company policy, meets all the demands, minimizes inventory, optimizes resource usage. If it is achievable, that also you have to check. Then inputs to MPS, master production schedule. This is very important. What are the inputs to MPS? First input is order from the known customer or customer demand, then APP, aggregate production planning, then forecast of demand from random customers or sales forecasting. These are the inputs to the MPS. Or here planned orders, planning, bill of material, this is BOM, then APP, aggregate production planning, or capacity planning, ROP capacity planning, that is also called as aggregate production planning. Then forecasting, this one. These are the inputs to MPS, master production schedule. Then after MPS you will do MRP, materials resource planning. And sometimes they are asking question, what are the inputs to MRP? So don't confuse in between inputs to MRP and inputs to MPS or material master production schedule. Both are different. After MPS you will get MRP. And MRP, materials resource planning, MRP inputs are MPS, master production schedule, this one. Then bill of material, BOM. Then inventory record files. These three are the inputs of MRP. And bill of material, it covers any design change in the customer order or product. Here also inventory record file, it takes care inventory transactions. So these three are the inputs to MRP. This is very important. And in next video I will cover MRP and CRP. Both are important. MRP 1 and MRP 2 both are important. Then CRP also important. Thank you friends. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you.